Hi everyone, this video will show you how to get more benefits out of reading by not trying to read as much. Everyone should want to be reading books. It's one of the best things you can do to improve your mind and learn how to get the things you want in life. The thing stopping most people from reading more is that the reasons we want to read aren't matching up with the approach we're taking to it. We've all had the experience of slogging through a book and finding it incredibly boring. Think about the way certain books can feel like a massive drain on your energy as you try to get through them, whereas reading other things like websites and social media feels incredibly easy, and we can effortlessly spend hours reading blogs or tweets. The reason for this difference in difficulty isn't just the length of the content, it's a different approach we've been conditioned to take throughout our entire lives. We're raised to believe that books are meant to be finished. In school, you're assigned a book that you have to read in its entirety, and that creates an attitude that persists far beyond childhood. We act like books have to be treated with more reverence and legitimacy than web content does. A clear example of this is the way some people insist on still reading paper books instead of using an e-reader, because they formed an emotional connection to the experience of a paper book, the feel of the paper as they turn the pages, and the smell of the ink. I bet there are very few people that ever print out other types of content so they can learn from them in the same way. This kind of emotional attitude people have towards books causes them to be viewed as a kind of sacred object. Think about how people react when someone tries banning books. There's a fierce backlash, and we're presented with cautionary tales about book burnings, whereas when online censorship gets ramped up, only a small number of people end up caring. This ingrained attitude towards books can be harmful to our ability to actually read them, especially when reading for self-directed self-improvement instead of studying for a specific requirement. We end up thinking that finishing a book is the achievement we're after, when in reality, no one is going to care very much about how many books you've finished, and what is going to matter is what you've learned through reading that you can apply to improve your own life. The reason finishing a book usually isn't much of an achievement is that books are mostly filler material. If you've ever heard of the 80-20 rule, it applies here perfectly, meaning that 80% of a book's value can be found in 20% of its words. People who write books are usually aiming to get a respectable word count, regardless of whether they actually have enough good ideas to make all of it worthwhile. Forcing ourselves to slowly make our way through the filler so we can say we've finished something doesn't benefit us, and the idea that it does often makes us give up on a book entirely, and we end up reading less over time. Instead, when we're reading for self-improvement, we should reframe the way we think about reading and treat books the same way we treat other types of content, reading only what interests you or what is needed for a particular task, and also be willing to skip ahead and to discard the parts of books that are some combination of boring and useless. This is easier to do when you start reading a lot of books at once. This way, you can give up when the information is either boring or not useful without feeling like you've given up, because you've still got other books you're working your way through. So you've not really given up entirely all at once. You'll end up always having multiple interesting options available at any one time, and because of this you'll be consistently motivated to keep reading. To take action after finishing this video, give up on any book you found consistently boring and start several new ones. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to see more like it in the future. Have a great day.